Good evening and welcome to another edition of HGP Sport. For today, I'm Jaden Samuels. Thanks for joining us. We begin the cast with some cricket news. Another immaculate display of batting from Virat Kohli, chalking up 94 not out, his highest T20 score, taking India to victory in the first of three T20s against the West Indies on Friday. The details in this report. The Caribbean side reached 207, batting first. The Indians were rock solid in their chase, reaching the required target with 8 balls to spare. Among the runs for the Windies, 56 from Shemron Hetmeyer, 40 from Evan Lewis, Brandon King 31, and Captain Kyron Pollard 37. Bowling for India, Yuzvendra Chahal kept the top order in mutual mood, while at the same time picking up 2 wickets to put the Caribbean side under early pressure. However, they warmed their side past the 200 mark, a winning total if only 23 extras were not given away. India's chase began with the early demise of star batsman Rohit Sharma for 8, but it was KL Rahul and Kohli who anchored and put together 100 runs before Rahul went. But by this time, the Indians were already on the home stretch, finishing with 1 over, 2 balls to spare. The teams will head into their second match this Sunday. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport. Turning our attention to some boxing news, local pugilists begin their defense at this year's Caribbean Boxing Championship in Trinidad despite showing up short in numbers. For the next few days, the locals will ward off stiff competition from several countries in the region. However, Guyana Amateur Boxing Association President Steve Ninval, speaking at the opening of the championship on Thursday evening, has called on governments across the region to be more watchful for the sport of amateur boxing. Ninval reiterated that over the years the sport has been on the decline and charged leaders to collectively revamp amateur boxing. In football news, exciting matches in the Rio Indoor Streetball Championship quarterfinals are set for the National Gymnasium. Samuel Gillis tells us more.
Tournament coordinators, Three Peat Promotions, have claimed to put all systems in place for the staging of the quarterfinal section in the inaugural Rio Indoor Streetball Championship at the National Gymnasium. The action in the streetball tournament at the gymnasium promises to be exciting, as all stars come up against future stars in what promises to be a titanic clash. This will open the evening's proceedings at 2000 hours. As the night progresses, Sparta Boss will oppose East Coast Demerara giant Abetafawaktin. In the official release, Three Peat Promotions is imploring all fans and teams to work together to continue to make the championship an incident-free and thrilling spectacle. Law and order has been maintained so far and will continue according to the organization. This is due to the unwavering presence of the lawmen, who have carried out their respective duties with assurance. The grand finale will occur on December the 14th at the same venue. For HGP Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
Turning our attention to some swimming, the world governing body for swimming, FINA, is teaming up with the Guyana Amateur Swimming Association in conducting a 3-day workshop for officials of the sport at Lidiandal. The details in this report. In swimming news, for the next 3 days, FINA official Bill Hogan of Canada will tutor more than 40 local officials on enhancing the knowledge of the sport, the functions of timekeepers, referees, starters and judges. The purpose of meet director and the chain of command at a swim meet are some of the areas that would be touched over the weekend. The management of swim meets in a more effective manner and in accordance with the FINA's regulation is the prime objective of the project. This course comes to Guyana at a time when local officials are pulling out the stops to raise the bar in local swimming in keeping with international standards. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport. And finally, in sport this evening, the Guyana Olympic Association sponsored sport administrators course conducted at Olympic House Liliandal has been dubbed a success. We'll hear more in this Samuel Gillis report.
Sport administrators over the last 4 days covered aspects of sport law, strength and conditioning, the Olympic movement and other areas. It is the general hope that courses like these will help the local sport disciplines to thrive, develop a better relationship with other sport organizations, government, and the private sector. 2019 was a busy year for Archery Guyana. The organization ran off many improvement programs. One such program was aimed at improving archery at Queen's College and the inaugural Archery Guyana's 7 Seas Indoor Championships. Also, two of Archery Guyana members, Wayne Gerald Diabro and Devin Prasad, participated in the World Archery Approved Tournament Double 720 qualification in Baltimore, Canada. For HGP Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
That concludes our cast for this evening. I'm Jaden Samuels, reminding you, as always, say yes to life, yes to sport, and no to drugs.